Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to, I guess, what is going to be the epilogue to our Elder Things run here. Since, I could be wrong, but I think that probably within, well, like I said last time, within the next week or so, Alpha 17 is going to be out, but since it came out a bit later, or it looks like it's going to be out a bit later than I was expecting, I figured we would keep going, at least for one more episode. And again, it'll kind of be one of those things where we see how it plays along and stuff like that. But as we can see right here, for now, the colony is actually doing very well. We've been playing, we've got some new friends, we have some new colonists. I mean, the whole town is going very nicely. I mean, we've got our totally not slave quarters here. We have plenty of room for our, first citizens. Our extra special citizens, as they are classified. These are just our regular citizens. But of course, the Elder Things get priority in that regard, because of course they're elder, and most of them are considerably older. And it looks like everyone's just having a nice time here. I mean, fortunately, we got a rather hefty attack of manhunter muffaloes here. And most of our colonists cannot withstand the cold. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. According to this, 14 of 15 colonists actually cannot survive the bitter cold for that long. Which primarily are humans. I mean, it gets really cold out there, and only one of our Elder Things is actually equipped to handling this. We have all of these mortars from the various sieges we've had in the past. I might actually deconstruct a couple of them. I'll keep one incendiary mortar, and the others we can kind of keep as such. I mean, we've got all this stuff just lying around, because we have so much to do, and even with all of our totally not slaves, it's still very, very... Wait, it's negative 14 indoors? Didn't it just a second ago say it was 14, or maybe I'm hovering over this or something? Or is it really that cold? Apparently it is that cold, and our little town of New Hopesburg still has some issues here. I wonder what kind of raid we're gonna get, because it's minus 55 degrees out there, which means that there is a moderate chance that any raid that shows up will actually end up freezing to death before it can really do anything. You know, assuming we're lucky anyway. If we're not, then things could just end up going really bad. As you can also see, we haven't really done much in the way of research or stuff like that. We had some research benches, but I got rid of them for space reasons. And we, of course, have this lovely little water system set up here. We have actual indoor plumbing. It is great, and it is good. And it's actually really chilly in my own room right now, so I can kind of sympathize with these guys. And by sympathize, I mean these guys are total wussies, because I like the cold. I love the cold. I melt at above 0 degrees Celsius. I am possibly made of like 45% snow or something like that. I can't survive warmer temperatures. Oh, and it's a siege, so basically what's going to happen is these guys are going to all freeze to death. It's minus 57 degrees out here, people. What are you thinking? What are you drinking? Is also a better question, perhaps. I did see somewhere in here it said negative 15 or negative 19, didn't it? I thought I saw something like that. I have a lot of heaters strategically placed around the colony or to hopefully keep things reasonably warm in here. And I guess with that siege, the big thing we should prioritize is getting these back up and running. So let's, because they're gonna, what's probably gonna happen is we're gonna see a lot of them freeze to death, and then eventually they're going to, well, either they're all gonna freeze to death at once, which will be hilarious, not for them, but for me, really, and also we've had a couple of traders who have basically all just died here of hypothermia. That's how cold it is. These people show up, and then they die. Where'd they go? Okay, they're building over here. Let's have a quick look, see what... Okay, yeah, it looks like basically all of them are already shivering from hypothermia, so they're gonna die in short order. Probably all at once, so it's basically just free stuff for us, really. In fact, the last couple of sieges, that's basically how it's worked out, is the idiots are like, oh, we're gonna plan for a few hours. And they're like, oh crap, we're freezing to death and we're dying now. And I'm like, no, my awesome snow fortress will stop you or something like that, I don't know. Something cool sounding. Anyway, lots of food. Plus we've got all that Muffalo stuff. We're gonna want to build lots of delicious, and by delicious I actually mean safe and warm things. I mean, it's gonna get a bit warmer come morning, but I don't think it's gonna, like, yeah, they're all gonna freeze to death, effectively. Hopefully. That's my dream, anyway. And this is gonna kind of suck when they, inevitably start firing, but you know what, let's not worry about it too much. Alright, they are loading up, though. Oh dear. Oh dear. Also, yeah, off camera we got some Caphonians. Oh dear. Fortunately, Blackfell did not get hurt by that. That was good. Now, you can clean blood later. Would you actually maybe haul the Muffalo corpse? Let's make sure people are hauling Muffalo corpses. Oh god. Never underestimate the power of just tossing a well-placed grenade on a stack of Muffalos. Okay, you're bathing. You're building a limestone wall. You can do that later. Let us, prioritize hauling that Muffalo. Wait, I didn't tell someone to eat the Muffalo. No, don't eat the Muffalo. Please haul the Muffalo. Yes. Basically, we have a lot of, Muffalos and Muffalos lying around, and we're building some sculptures, which I'm probably going to start, yeah, sticking into bedrooms here in order to raise the impressiveness and just general goodness of the room. Incidentally, let's have a look at this sculpture. What does it say? A person-sized piece of material sculpted into an artistic form. Artwork for silence. The sculpture bears a depiction of a beaver wearing a spacesuit moving to the left. An aardvark appears behind the focal point. The work suggests the concept of oppression. Are you saying you do not like your happy home? Yeah. It's actually a bit of a pain setting up all these things to, like, give them ownership. So, I only set ownership for the ones that are actually, like, belong to rooms right now. And we'll have to get Jess a gun, because she is a hunter. What is this? Medieval grenades, huh? Anyway, oh. We actually don't have anything going on here. So, some minor hypothermia. It's gonna take a while. But it is, like, ticking up every other minute. Yeah, and look at that. It's almost noon. And it's still quite cold down here. Oh, and you've got serious hypothermia, so if any luck, you'll kind of pass out shortly. What was that? Oh, no. Wait for it. I mean, we're not... Ah! No! Not my interior! Quick, put out the fire. Major break risk. Paramedic and boss, huh? Why are you so extremely hot? It's only 31 degrees in here. It's not that bad. Come on, you people. It's all... You know, you complain... I mean, I guess, like, there was fire in there for, like, maybe a couple of minutes. It's not that bad. Come on. I'm actually thinking to myself, maybe I want to lower the temperatures a little bit. Yeah, I'll drop the temperature of everything, I'll say, by about 10. Or we'll aim it for... We'll make our target temperature be in the teens here, so it's not too high above people's ideal temperature. I normally keep it a little higher because in general, I'm not actually able to keep the temperature right around where people want it, so I just kind of fiddle with things in such a way. Alright, I think that's all of them, but that should, with any luck, keep things in a nice situation. And you're still mad that your brother died. Boo-hoo. And someone insulted you, and you're feeling terrible. And Again, I wish the ugly environment modifier just didn't apply outside unless there was a lot of blood or something. Like, just dirt and stuff. Like, all you need to do is look up. Okay? Come on. People. Like, seriously. Oh, and Frankie needs some treatment because you have frostbite and serious hypothermia. Alright, that's actually rather serious. Frankie, you stay inside, please. Actually, does anyone else have... You have some minor hypothermia, so you can stay indoors as well. Blackfell. And I'm gonna just tell most of the humans to just stay inside. Did you guys stop that? It's actually very, very irritating. Oh yeah, look at that. People are already dying. They're just gonna keep dropping slowly, but surely. Are you any good? Do we want to... I mean, you're not incapable of anything. You could make a good hauler. Or I could just leave everyone to die. I mean, that also works out for me. Anyway, yeah, effectively that's... Please don't. Please don't. You okay, Data? You have a cut-off tentacle. And other than that, a bunch of major breaks. Could we, maybe... Let's go down to miscellaneous here and put down a party spot. Let's just say people can party in here whenever they want. Oh, I also have this extra bed here. I'm just gonna reinstall that over here. Anyway, things will be fine. Things will be fine. We just need to tell people to stay inside during the winter. And the beautiful thing about Mycophonians is they effectively, I have 3 of them, and effectively they just take care of themselves. Oh, and there's a dead muffalo over here for some reason. I don't know why, but it's dead and it's there. Yeah, you don't need to be forbidden. There's mortars just lying around. Look at this. Everyone's dying very slowly. And by slowly, I mean, you know, in a relatively quick fashion, actually. They're dropping like flies over here. Like, I don't know what they thought was... Like, I'm just baffled, basically, as to why. I also wish that medieval raids did not get mortars, but they had to spawn with catapults or something. I mean, I assume that would require a fundamental rewrite of how sieges work, or maybe just make it so that there was a different type of siege. But I think it would be nice for, what am I trying to say? For immersion purposes, if you are using the Medieval Madness mod. Could you also die, please? Yeah, like, basically everyone has serious hypothermia, so they're gonna be dropping... Okay, now they're gonna assault the colony, but they're all gonna die before they get there, probably, so... I'm not too worried. To a certain extent, I'm wondering to myself if I should not unforbid these people. Okay, you are operating the turret still. Yeah, I have no concern. Like, they're all gonna start dying on the way here, so... It's gonna be fine. Yeah, see? There's a never dead person. Yes. I know what you're thinking. Gaslight. This is a veritable cornucopia of possible sacrifices and new citizens who are totally not slaves because they're inferior meatbag humans. But listen, that also would require a fair amount of work on our part. So I'm just not working on it right now. I'm not gonna worry. You are all... Oh, actually, some of you are, in fact... Oh, they're fleeing. Alright. Well, what about you? What do we know about you? And there's a lot of people who are incapable of stuff, but they're probably gonna freeze to death anyway. So, maybe what I will do instead is for anyone who is not dead yet, I will just order them to get stripped. That way we can at least get some fresh clothes. Of course, considering the fact that these people died, it means that obviously they are not able to... Or their clothing was not enough for this particular climate. And the game is freezing up again, which means that we... Oh, we just have a whole bunch of visitors. From the Sun's Royal Court. Cool. I can work with that. Alright, so we'll claim everything here. We will reinstall your incendiary... I mean, we might as well reinstall it, then destroy it. We're gonna have like a whole fleet of these mortars. It's gonna be beautiful, man. Alright. There we go. And let's see here. I'm gonna tell boss to... Oh, it's outside the allowed area. Right. Alright, well, let's see here. No, I don't want you to prioritize hauling it, if you don't mind. There we go. Good job, people. Good job. There we are. We're pretty well set for food now. I should think, anyway. And that oh, Chthonian larva is starving. Well, that should be okay, because it will ultimately end up, Jess, whenever you're ready, would you mind equipping your assault rifle? Oh, come on! Come on! Anyway, we'll haul everything in eventually. Alright, you guys are carrying stuff back. People are dying here. I just really can't bother myself with the work of dealing with any of this. So let's again also restrict all of our humans to the home zone, just to make sure they don't die. Because that would be unfortunate. What the heck. I'll treat my humans to a bit of good living conditions, and I'll say, hey, you guys stay inside where it's warm. Someone really should get rid of these Molotov cocktails at some point. But we'll worry about that for the time, or we'll worry about that later. Incidentally, Baffin, before you wash yourself, these were yours. You dropped them at some point, so if you don't mind. Okay, the larva will eventually go ahead and take care of its eating needs. Of course, in our current situation, we're not going to be able to rearm these traps, which is mildly unfortunate, but I also really shouldn't be mining these, I guess, if I'm not going to take care... Oh, right, we're uninstalling stuff and getting stuff done. I mean, we're in a situation where people actually have the time to just sit around not doing anything. You're fleeing. Oh, you guys are dying. I mean, I suppose I should rescue you or something. I mean, it's not like we're doing anything else. You can have a bell movement later. There we go. And I guess we might as well. We'll rescue. We got a whole bunch of free stuff. That's good enough. And what is this? A bunch of cloth. Well, that's good. The game's clearly telling me that I need to make some more stuff for my people to live with. That larva will be okay. I could just let them in here, actually, now that I think about it. And you know what? With our cooking, we should see if we have anyone who is at least half competent. That way they can butcher stuff. Like, they'll end up butchering less, but at least we could... Actually, who's idle? Frankie and Blackfell. Well, I might as well give them a bit of work to do. They can help butcher stuff when butchering is not otherwise getting done. But that way we can at least get a little bit of progress going on towards stuff. Boss is being a boss, presumably. Guess is just wandering around. But overall, who's missing their range? Jess, right, because you went crazy as soon as you got out of there. Alright, but at least we're getting everything butchered now. I forget where I got all the pemmican from. I assume from another siege, or maybe it was another trade group that froze to death. It's rather convenient, actually, when that happens. Let's build a copy and let's actually have our traders live nearby. If we were to keep this going long enough, we'd probably eventually build a building over here. Or we would end up... Now who's starving? Jess, stop being crazy. I wish crazy people would at least take care of critical needs. But, oh well. Such is life. Oh, and the game is freezing a little bit again, which means we're going to get something big in a second here. Presumably another raid. That's okay with me. But yeah, so overall, nice, quiet, peaceful way just to wrap things up. And I mean, I like how harsh the winter is here. That actually works out very nicely for me, as it does result in stuff like those sieges. We've actually got a lot of sieges, so I'm kind of happy with that. I assume it has something to do with the fact that we're forcing raids every 5 days, and because of that, that's somehow increasing the odds of sieges showing up. Or we just got lucky this run. I don't know. That is a mystery for the ages, I suppose, but the important thing is we have a very good colony going here, full of really good, hard-working people. We're making all kinds of clothes for them. We're making life nicer and better and stronger and so forth. Plus, we're going to have a lot more muffalo leather stuff to make more clothing with, in due course as well, which is another good thing. So, I am pleased with that development. And hopefully this actually loads soon, because I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about. There we... It's another siege, are you kidding me? Well, okay. Now these guys... No, they're actually part of the Convicts Desert. Yeah, -10. So all these guys are also, again, going to get hypothermia, but their clothing looks sort of better. But yeah, -42, so they're all gonna die. And that works out for me. I mean, it's basically just free stuff for me. There we go, that's the good stuff. Alright, that'll hopefully distract them from shooting for... Oh, no! No! Are you kidding me? These guys aren't even trying to put out the fire. Like, they're insane. Well, we're probably not either, but... Wait, and Jess is already in another extreme break rift. For the love of all that's good and holy. Really, wow, that actually basically did nothing. So I'm admittingly a little upset about that. But then again, it distracted them for at least a moment. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Finish him out. Finish him off. Come on, come on. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on down there, though. I probably should, because you never know when they're going to hit something and cause some actual damage. So far, nothing, actually. So that's good. We'll keep making simple meals, because we really have nothing better to spend our time on. And, we'll just watch these guys slowly die. And that's always fun. I mean, it's kind of morbid, but it's fun. I guess. Oh yeah, there they go. Oh, game kind of actually slowed down. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Run away, you cowards. Alright. I really should probably just order everyone to attack, or to haul this stuff in. So we might do that. But that is, for now, going to do it for this episode, and probably for this series. We'll leave a mystery about what we do with these fellas. I mean, there's possibilities, I guess, but we will see. But for now, that's going to do it for this episode, so unless Alpha 17 doesn't come out sometime in the coming week, this is probably the last episode for a while of RimWorld, until Alpha 17 comes out, but it's been a fun time, so until then, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking, and I will see you all in the next video.